front of that guy.
kitchen right here. We have Mama Steph, we have Michaela Goose, and of course our friend Jeff. Good afternoon, guys. How are you?
Hey there, Devin. How are you doing today? Of course, we are back in the kitchen set for this week's episode of East Texas Now's Kitchen Pickin with Mama Steph and friend of the show, Mr. Jeff Autry. He has some amazing I almost said articles of clothing. He has some amazing kitchen.
He does do that sometimes.
I got this at a garage sale too, by the way.
You do very fabulous today. Fabulous.
I like the way you call me friend of the show, like I just walked in off the street.
That's my favorite running joke. That he's just a rando.
Some random guy just brings us all these things he finds.
We just kind of find him at garage sales and then invite him onto the show occasionally. But he's going to show us what he found this weekend. Mama Steph is going to tell us if it's dishwasher safe and some of the fun facts about it.
That's a good one, Michaela.
That's a good one.
Thank you. I am just here for the comedic relief, as you can tell. Let's go ahead and go to our first item. Jeff,
do we mention they're kitchen related? Do we say that? These are things I picked up that are kitchen related.
I said kitchen finds, if that helps.
Okay. Yeah. So I find other stuff.
Articles of clothing.
Yeah.
And sometimes we have to stretch it a little bit.
Okay.
But
decide kind of what is a kitchen. Have a little imagination with what's a kitchen.
Yeah, it's okay. As long as there's, 6 degrees of separation. Oh, look.
That's so cute.
That is so cute. The tiny little ornament.
Right there, if you guys want to zoom.
That is
it's
really
just a little
cute.
Christmas ornament.
And it's all sparkly.
It's a Coke bottle. Absolutely bedazzled.
Yeah, keep it right there because they got the zoomed in on that.
There you go.
That's
adorable.
So cute. It's so
like
small.
Yeah, it's very tiny.
Next to
oh my goodness, I love it.
If you can.
So like the Furbies that we had last week from the McDonald's could drink out of that if it was real and they were real.
So
same
cute.
size.
Furbies good, yeah.
So
that's really from 1993, I believe.
Okay.
And about a whole lot of Coca-Cola Christmas ornaments.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
That's the year I was born.
I think even in the 90s, though, I think Coca-Cola was mass producing their merchandise.
Yeah. I think they've been doing that much longer than even the 90s, for sure.
It even has a little bottle cap on the top of it.
The little pull tab thing.
Yeah, the attention to detail is
That's
just
really
absolutely
neat. I have at least one friend that I know of who collects Coke memorabilia. And I imagine there's more, even more than her. That I know of.
Absolutely. My grandparents, I was born in the 90s.
Yeah, that's super cute, super tiny. And I love it. If there was a Dr. Pepper one, you'd have people fighting over it probably because you know how Texans love Dr. Pepper. But yeah, look how cute that is. That is a really nice, and I love the sparkle because anything that sparkles catches my eye. I'm like the ADHD queen, so, sparkles, ooh.
And you are a Dr. Pepper gal.
Yeah, I love Diet Dr. Pepper. It's my favorite drink, so that would be fun.
You drink soda?
Devin loves it too.
I'm a Coke girl.
You're a Coke girl? Yeah, I'm a Coke Zero guy.
Devin and I both love Diet. We probably should buy stock in the company because she and I drink so much Diet Dr. Pepper.
That is not the first time
that is really very cute.
Advice.
I love it.
She just said that is not the first time someone has told her that in her life. Also,
that she should buy stock.
Yeah. Also, Devin, just a heads up, they can't hear you. You're only in my IFB, and I can barely hear you. Just a heads up. So I'm not repeating everything you're saying. I apologize, Devin. Please keep talking to us.
Technical stuff sometimes gets us, as we say, here in the studio.
So this was at a garage sale where they were selling a bunch of stuff from a lady who said there was her mom, and she had like an antique type shop. So this was another thing. So they had all these different prices. So this had like $5 on it, but they said all ornaments are 50 cents.
Oh, nice.
And
what is this?
It's a major discount. Look how cute that is. It's an ice cream scoop. Right? When you're making the Coke floats, that's what you should be using. Yeah.
I love that.
That is super cute. I love it. It looks just like the old-fashioned Coke bottles that they. I guess you still can buy those.
Yeah, but it's all
it tastes better.
Something about being in glass, it does taste better. And I have a little story, believe it or not, about these old Coke bottles. So my dad was the youngest of 7 children.
Okay.
And he was born in 1930, so he was an old fella, and he didn't have me till he was almost 40. So anyway, his dad had been born in the 1800s, like 1890 or something. Isn't that crazy?
Yes.
So anyway, when I used to go, we would go visit them in South Carolina. They lived in this tiny little town in Marlborough County, South Carolina. And as soon as you walked up on the screen porch on this old home, the screen door, I can still hear that screen door squeaking open. It's such a great sound. And you would have to kiss Papa on the cheek. And then he'd say to my dad's name was Bobby, he'd say, Bobby, go get those girls a Coke. So Daddy would take us to the back porch where they always had a wooden crate of, so a wooden Coke crate of these bottles, and we would get to have one every time we went to visit him. So I will always associate that Coke bottle with my Papa.
And you might not have been as shallow as me, but stuff like that where I would look forward to going to Grandpa's house just for that reason.
Well, when you're a kid, that is how you operate, of course.
What am I getting out of this?
Right, exactly.
Honestly.
That's just what children do.
The only real memory I have of the glass bottle Cokes is there's this burger joint in my hometown called Oma's Jiffy Burger.
Oh, nice.
And they have tiny little burger patties that are like this big, but they're the best burger you'll ever have in your life. Tiny little diner. It's been open since the 50s, and they still sell the glass bottle Cokes.
That's the best.
The glass bottle Rick, I think is what it's called. B. Rick. I can't remember the exact name. It has a blue label, but I remember my mother and I would sneak there at lunchtime. She'd come pick me up, check me out.
Yeah.
And we would go get 3 burgers and then our glass bottle Coke.
That is so neat. See how, that's a fun memory. I love those kind of memories. And it just shows you, as we always say, it shows you how food items and drink items clearly can take you right back to childhood. It's part of our history. So that's really neat.
There we go. That was the first meal that we had after my brother had surgery a couple weeks ago. Remember I told you about that?
Yes.
First thing that they brought my family, the community did, was they got us a bunch of Oma's Jiffy Burgers and glass bottle Cokes, and that's how we celebrated the end of it.
That was what a great community. That's a wonderful story.
Small town. Everyone knows what we like. What's next, Jeff? Oh, cute.
It's fun to put Snap, Crackle, Pop into your morning.
I used to love Rice Krispie.
Yes.
Oh, goodness, my favorite cereal.
So let me ask you this. This is a cute mug, and I don't know what year it is.
I don't.
2001?
Oh, yeah, sure is.
She's the only one that can read the small print. 2001.
The real reason I'm here.
That's the only reason we have her here, y'all. 2001. So it's 22 years old, but still looks brand new. Looks like nobody's ever washed this in the dishwasher. But Snap, Crackle, Pop cereal, the Rice Krispie cereal. Of course, everybody loves Rice Krispie treats. Whoop, there we go. Which is always fun. But did you guys, when you ate the cereal, did you put anything on it? Like, did you put
sugar? I remember sugar was a thing.
You sprinkled sugar on it?
Yeah, you had to. That stuff was so dry.
Yeah, and no flavor. So you had to make your own flavor. And then my mom would slice bananas on it for us. Ooh. So good, so good. So then you put a little milk on it, and then it starts, you always put your ear down to the bowl to hear it talking to you. So that's really fun. And I still enjoy a Rice Krispie treat every now and then.
Well, and that's what's interesting is the most bland cereal of all time can produce a treat as good as Rice Krispie treats.
Yeah, it's basically just there for the texture, and it just carries the flavor of the other stuff to your mouth.
Exactly.
Have you ever had Rice Krispie treat cereal?
No, I haven't.
Oh,
is it good?
It was treats
put in
kind of chopped up.
Yeah. Your mouth would bleed.
Yeah,
absolutely. It was one of those kind of cereals, but it was worth it.
You have gashes all over your cheeks at the end of that. I used to do chocolate milk in all of my Rice Krispie treats.
Oh, you did?
But only my grandmother would ever let me do that at her house.
That is definitely a grandma thing.
Yeah. I loved chocolate milk with my Rice Krispies.
Yeah. That
do
sounds
those guys still have commercials? Do they still put out? That used to be all the rage. I remember. Well, we don't watch cartoons anymore, but they used to be all. They were always on TV. They would mass market that stuff.
I don't remember if they still have the little cartoon guys. Now they would be CGI guys. They don't do cartoons for that kind of stuff anymore. I'm not sure, but boy, that's a long-lasting jingle. As soon as I saw them, I thought of it. It's fun to put Snap, Crackle, Pop into your morning.
I couldn't even remember.
Advertising works.
Yeah, that one sure did.
That's from the 70s, and I still remember it.
TV advertising.
TV advertising, yeah, it works. So yeah, that was always one of the many, like think about how many cereal commercials were on while you were watching cartoons. Do you remember them all?
The cookie guy.
Cookie Crisp.
Cookie Crisp.
Yep.
Super sugar. What was that?
The bear was
frog.
Super Sugar Crisp, right? Wasn't it a bear? No,
it a
he was
bear?
Honey something.
Was there a frog?
Honey Nuts Oats.
Honey Smacks? Was there a
Honeycomb.
Honeycomb was a big one.
Yeah.
Honeycomb's
Another
big.
very bland cereal.
Yeah, and of course Captain Crunch and Crunch Berries. Those were
Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah, Fruity Pebbles with the Flintstones.
Yes.
Yeah. So listen, marketing, that kind of stuff, they really did market to children, and they probably still do on Saturday mornings.
So when we used to go
especially.
grocery shopping with my mom, I'd come back with cereal. She said, "No, that has too much sugar." And I'd come back. So, no, so she
Same.
taught me that I had to look at the ingredients, and if sugar was not the first ingredient, I could get it.
Oh.
So that's how it worked.
And that's sad that so many of them, it is the first
But yeah,
ingredient.
she could set us loose on that cereal aisle
Yeah.
and trust that we come back with something that doesn't have sugar as the first
So
ingredient.
she was teaching you. That's really smart.
Yeah.
Oh, what about Life cereal? Do you like Life cereal?
Are those is
Yeah.
that the grain one?
It's
Like-
kind of
Yeah.
it's a little square and it's kind of woven together,
It's like
but
a
not
waffle
like
No,
shredded
so.
wheat or something. It's much
I
better.
love shredded
Much
wheat.
better than smoother than shredded wheat. It doesn't tear your mouth up. But that's the one that had the Mikey commercial.
Yeah,
remember?
Mikey likes it.
It's
This
like,
is a whole new. This is something she has no idea about.
yeah, we can.
Just
We'll
here.
send you some links. But yeah, it was like, what's this stuff? Some cereal supposed to be good for you. You gonna try it? I'm not gonna try it. You try it. I'm not gonna try it. Let's get Mikey. He won't eat it. He eats everything. And then of course Mikey digs into the cereal and he's just eating it, ignoring his brothers. And they're like,
Yeah.
he likes it. Hey, Mikey.
Yeah, Mikey likes
That is like
feel like I just saw the
branded
entire
into
commercial.
my brain.
I was there. I feel it now.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
Yeah,
Mikey
and
likes
Mikey
it.
was adorable. This cute little chubby-faced kid with a brown bowl cut. He was so cute. Which I guess he's probably now he's probably my age now. He's probably in his 50s. So, oh, Mikey. But yeah, that's
Mikey.
hilarious. It's really a huge part of American food culture. You know, a lot of countries don't dig into cereal as much as we do at all. And who was it who told me that they had family, like their parents visiting from another country, and they walked into the grocery store with them, and their parents were like, why do you need so much cereal?
There's a whole
That's
aisle
a
for
thing.
cereal.
So much cereal
That is
here.
the thing. When I was in Europe last summer, I was in the UK for the most part of it, and they have American aisles in all of their grocery stores, and all it is cereal, mayonnaise, mustard, pickles, and then Pop-Tarts and like
Oh, that's all you
Twinkies and
need.
stuff. That is everyone's American aisle has cereal as the main
That's
part of it.
really
Hey,
kinda
Michaela?
sad that that's all they think of us
Yes,
in
wait,
regard to
Devin?
our food culture.
Hey,
but
so
I guess I
just
get it
looked
because
up
they're
where
they're
Mikey
into
is
the
now,
advertising.
and it turns out that Mikey, his real name is John Gilchrist, and he now oversees
Devin is-
media advertising sales.
Mikey
So now he's in charge
now
of.
oversees advertising sales.
So
Get
now he's in
out.
charge
For
of
that
cereal
company.
commercials.
Devin just Googled it, huh?
That's an urban myth. That's not true.
She just Googled it. She's our
That
fact
is
checker.
hilarious.
Whenever
That's
you get back
hilarious.
from the kitchen, Jeff, I'll
That's a
show you
smart
his
boy.
photo.
Yeah,
But yeah,
he
She's
grew
going to
up
show
and-
you when you
Okay.
get back.
Yeah,
His
we'll
real name
have
is
to go
John
look at the
Gilchrist.
I'm
computer
just
and-
kidding, Devin. I
John
believe you.
We believe her.
Gilchrist. Good job, John.
You know, Google is so handy.
Love Google.
Thanks, Devin. It's good to know. That's
All right.
funny.
What's next, Jeff?
Ooh, this
was
is
fast.
cool.
That is so cute.
What are these motorcycles?
I don't
That's
think you can
a
watch
Harley
this.
Davidson mug.
Oh, it's Harley.
Yes, and Harley Davidson, I've learned, is the holy grail of garage sales.
Is it really?
Yes, people love Harley Davidson stuff.
That is such a cute mug, though.
Yeah, I love the color and
Yeah.
the look of the paint. Oh my gosh, it looks like paint was on it and then it's worn off
Splattered,
over the
yeah.
years or something.
And so if you
Super
look, if you show the bottom of it while you got the camera on it, it'll see that Harley Davidson logo is what you're looking for. That's the official logo.
This has never been used before, obviously, since it has its tag on it. And I don't know if this is, how old is it? Does it say on that tag?
No, ma'am.
No, it doesn't say. Well, it's whenever it was made. Super cute. I really think that's a sharp looking
cute.
design. And Harley stuff. I remember not too long ago you said you bought a whole bunch, like a big box full of Harley Davidson clothing.
Yeah.
So he does fine clothing, and that it was all Harley. So I imagine that is probably flying off the shelves
Oh, yeah.
in your little shop
Yeah,
on
I've learned
eBay.
that. So that Harley has been very, very good to me.
So you could actually have a Harley mug to enjoy your coffee in the
Now,
morning.
The question is, dishwasher safe?
I would imagine being as new a design as it is, it probably is. Yeah. The newer items usually are okay to put in the dishwasher.
So, but this one probably wouldn't be, right?
I wouldn't, since it's 20 some odd years old.
Yeah.
Unless it specifically says it's okay on the bottom.
Okay.
So I would always just check the bottom. It tells you.
Well, dishwasher safe.
Dishwasher and microwave safe.
Perfect.
Dishwasher safe does not mean it's not going to fade, though.
No, it doesn't mean it's not going to fade.
It just means it's not going to explode.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And things in the microwave too will explode if they're not supposed to be in there. So you have to be careful with older dishes. You don't want to put those in the microwave unless it specifically says microwave safe.
Yeah,
so.
this mug right here, if you put that in the dishwasher, that'll fade.
Yeah,
but it will
eventually.
it'll still serve its purpose as a mug.
Yeah, if you don't.
So it's up to you if you want to keep that paint on there.
Exactly. That's what it boils down to, because it's not an expensive artifact or anything. It's not a $700 vintage bowl. So it's, if you're just doing that for fun because you like Rice Krispies and it's a childhood memory, and you might not care if it gets a little faded. So that's okay too. No problem.
I love it.
Yeah.
What's next?
Okay, this is more interesting.
Oh, this looks old and cool.
Wait, can I guess what's inside of this first?
Yes.
Because I think I have this exact same thing.
Do you?
Is there silverware in here?
Is it silverware if it's not silver? Is it
Yes.
flatware?
Flatware.
Yeah, I taught
So
you that
no,
some
it's not
time ago.
silverware.
But it's flatware. I think I might have this.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, that's nice. Still individually wrapped. Look at that.
I have this exact set.
You do not.
However,
Really?
mine is from Bangkok, Thailand.
That's what this one's from.
No, are you serious?
Are you kidding me?
Bangkok.
I have this. Okay.
You have
When
that
I
exact
moved
set.
in here, my grandfather said, "Do you need silverware?" And I said, "Yeah, I haven't gotten any yet." He goes, "I have some in the attic, I'm not using. Feel free to use it." He gives me a case just like this. Now, can I undo one of these?
Yeah, you can't. Well, you don't have to. Don't. No. Yeah, just let it fall at the bottom.
Okay.
Don't.
So my silverware is from when my grandfather was in the Navy during the Vietnam War.
Very,
And it has a
interesting.
wooden handle right here
Oh,
with
okay.
an emblem of this exact company.
That is so neat.
And it's the
my
authentic
goodness.
case and everything.
Do you
know how
remember,
much
is
this
your
worth?
lining pink like that? That's beautiful.
So mine's more of a reddish color.
Okay.
It's a deeper red, and it has pretty much all of these. It has a couple more knives, larger knives, as well as some more servingware.
Right.
Is what mine is.
Nice.
That is so cool,
That is
Jeff.
really interesting.
So this was the same estate, the same garage sale where I got these two in that Harley mug, but they just had a sign on it that said "Make an offer." Well, it turns out, so make an offer is like scary when I see that, because I don't know if it's so much that they want a lot of money for it and they're going to take the best offer, or if they're just saying,
just like $5, you can have it.
Well, then
you never know.
We overheard him say something about $10, so I told Charlie to go ahead and grab it. So this is brass
I was wondering.
flatware,
So it's brass.
and I
Really
looked it up
pretty.
finally. I did do a little bit of digging. It's worth like $30.
Yeah,
That's
it's
really
not
neat.
worth a ton. I had one of my friends is really into war memorabilia and things from overseas
Yes.
during that time. So he gave me an estimate on mine, and it was the same thing, about $30-50.
Yeah.
There's this, I can't take it out, and I had to rip mine in order to get this one spoon out because it's so awkward to undo. But there's a weird shaped spoon. It almost looks like a heart. I don't know if I can get it. I don't want to rip yours
Okay.
because mine came broken a little bit because it's quite literally from the Vietnam War.
Yeah.
This spoon is the most interesting looking spoon I've ever seen, and I have this exact one, and I use it.
Have you seen a spoon like that before, Steph?
No.
I don't know what it's from. I don't know what it's for. I use it to snuff out my candles.
Oh, that's good too.
So I take this flat
Perfect.
part and I snuff out my candles like this, so that way there's no smoke.
That is so interesting. We'll have to look that up. We can do like a Google image search, and it'll tell us what it's specifically designed for.
This is the coolest thing.
Like we
It's so
have,
fun.
in our flatware series here, there will be a special sugar spoon. It's got a different shape. My children always called the one at our house the funny spoon because that was shaped differently, and they still, listen, they're 27 and 28 and 30, and then they come home. whoever gets it will say, I got the funny spoon. They still compete for the funny spoon, but and there are grapefruit spoons, but I have not seen one shaped just like that. That's really interesting, and I'm definitely going to have to look it up.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, I want to know what that was meant for.
And I use this as my normal silverware most of the time.
Yeah,
you can't
good.
dishwasher this. I
No,
learned
no.
you cannot dishwasher this.
No.
I was reprimanded by that from my friend who's a historian. He got really mad at me. He was like, you can't put antique war memorabilia in your dishwasher, Michaela.
No.
So
And
I have a hand
honestly,
wash now.
anything made out of wood should not
Nope.
go in the dishwasher. That includes cutting boards,
Yeah.
that kind of thing, because it will continue, especially just a couple of times, and they'll start to warp. The wood will split and that sort of thing. So I do put, inexpensive wooden spoons that you just buy at Walmart or wherever. I don't care about those. I don't mind putting those in the dishwasher, but like wood-handled knives and that sort of thing, no, don't do that. If they're worth anything to you, you want them to last and to look nice. So that may be like a meat fork, I guess. It's just a really unique shape, but that's probably what it was for.
So this is called Tiffany's. Did yours say it's Tiffany's?
I don't remember the name of it, but mine has the same label in the corner that says Bangkok, Thailand.
Well, if it doesn't say Tiffany's, I bet you they've had
Made it
different
separate?
names.
Okay.
Like,
maybe
much
that's-
like that Marshall pottery, how it has different people.
I'll bring mine for next week's, and we can.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one here is from the 50s, I believe.
Very cool. You can polish the brass, and I don't think that brass is, it's probably not a great idea to put even new brass into the dishwasher. I always hand wash like brass pieces that I have that my mother-in-law has given me, like a little planter, just because the chemicals are just so harsh, and it's gonna discolor stuff that's, raw metal like that. So. But it sure does shine up pretty. Brass is really, it's easy to polish, and it's so pretty when you have it done. So.
And it's so cool. I just leave my case open like this on my kitchen countertop, and then that's.
And it's not bagged up like this?
No, mine, he had all the bags taken off. It has 2 of these on here to attach it, but it has the same clips and the same handle case and everything.
Yeah. The reason you want to have it out of bags when it's in your house to use is that, and this is especially true of sterling flatware or silver plate flatware, the oxygen in the air and you using it with your hand, touching it with your hands, actually prevents tarnish.
Oh.
So if you leave it bagged up like these, when somebody takes this and polishes it up, you're going to see a huge difference in how shiny, here we are, how much more shiny this will become, because it's a little darkened, not a whole lot, but it's somewhat darkened, and it's going to polish out really nicely. Now, some people like a patina on copper and brass and that sort of thing, but for silverware especially, real silver, you want to have it exposed to the air in your fingers because it will help repel the tarnish.
What's the word you use? Patina?
Patina.
What's a patina?
Well, you know how copper, when it's brand new, it's just shiny and bright, beautiful. And then after it is used over time and it gets some age on it, it starts to develop that pretty green color on it. That's the patina. And some people love patina, especially when they use it for like awnings over windows. A lot of people don't want like a finish on there to prevent the patina. They want it to develop because it ages beautifully. So yeah, it's really.
I didn't know there was a name for that.
Yeah.
I just thought it was, it turned green.
Yeah, that's a nice green patina.
That is so cool. That made my day.
We learned something together.
So
Yay, and you taught us about this set because
that is so fun.
I had no idea. That is really, really a nice find.
He just said, do you have silverware? And I said, no. And next thing I know, I'm carrying out Vietnam War era.
That is amazing.
I was like, Papa, this is... I was like, are you sure? And he goes, I'm not using it. Why would you not?
How nice is that?
I was like,
Papas
okay.
are the best.
He's very straightforward. If I'm not using it, why would you not be using it?
Yeah, he's not going to hoard it for himself. He's going to share it with his little grandbaby.
This is an antique. What if this is an heirloom? And he goes, not using it.
It's just sitting in the attic.
That's my kind of guy.
What are you talking about? You and my grandfather would actually be best friends.
make it happen.
And I've thought about this for a while.
Yeah.
I've been like, him and Bob Shirk, man, they would be besties.
Yeah,
Jeff and
just
Bob.
no nonsense, right?
Very straightforward.
Yeah. And that's something in that vein with what he said. You know, we tend to save things for a rainy day kind of thing. Like you'll have this beautiful wedding china that you leave put away in the cabinet inside these protectors. And you know, I'm married 32 years, and I've probably used my Noritake wedding china like 4 times. And what am I saving it for? You know, we've talked about this before. I think
that's a good point, though, because my generation,
silly of us,
we're not doing wedding china.
No,
from what I can tell, it's not a thing anymore.
No.
Because I think a lot of people don't use it as much in my generation. It's like, well, we're already broke anyway,
the point?
So why would we spend money on this?
I'm gonna say it for Devin. If it's not useful or giving you joy, get rid of it.
Yeah, let somebody else enjoy it.
And don't dishwash it.
Don't dishwash
right.
it. We need ETN merch that just says "Don't dishwash it" on a hat.
I agree.
Not dishwasher safe.
Yeah.
And then it says "From Mama Steph."
There you go.
That would be so
that
cute.
would work. Some china patterns you can put in the dishwasher, but again, read the back, make sure it's safe. Mine has a little silver border around it, so I can't because it will turn dark and it will never recover.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, bring out your stuff that you've got put away, y'all. Get it out and use it because we only live so long.
Yeah.
And then you know you're going to give it to your kids, and they're going to put it up, and they're never going to use it.
Or your grandkids.
Get your stuff out, use it, and then hand it down. Right? Use it. Enjoy
What
it.
a fantastic message out there to wrap up yet another episode of East
absolutely
Texas
is.
Kitchen Pickin'. Michaela Goose, Mama Steph, our friend Jeff, thanks so much for joining us live from the kitchen. From there, we